Hi everybody, here's the second lesson. So now we start with real counterpoint, and so we have two voices. And first of all, let's see what harmonic intervals we can use. So I write a C here on the lowest voice. I can use unison. So not in the first lesson we saw melodic intervals, so like horizontal, now vertical harmonic. So we can use unison. That's very good. We won't use the second because it was considered very dissonant. It is. Listen. Instead, we will use the third. We like this. So the unison effect interval, because it sounds nice, but they didn't like it like this. So we won't use it like this. It was a bit strange for them, and we will use it, but when we will have a lower voice that makes it sound sweeter like this, we won't use it. So no, we won't use the fourth. Instead we will use, of course, the fifth. We will use the sixth. We won't use the seventh, very dissonant. And we will use the fifth. The octave, sorry. So now that we saw what intervals we will use, so the unison, the third, minor and major third, the fifth, minor and major sixth, and the octave. That's it. Nothing more in two voices counterpoint. So, for example, I write a very short melody for this oboe voice, like D, C. Like very short melody, it sounds like this. So now we want to write a counterpoint for this very short two notes melody. So we can do many things. As I said before, no, I don't know if I already said it, whatever. We want the voices to sound independent because we want to recognize them as different, like it's more melodies, more different melodies that are sounding simultaneously. So the first thing about independence is to try to do the opposite of what another voice is doing. So for example, if my voice is going down, I would like my other voice to go up. So for this D, C, I could write, for example, here a sixth. D, and B is the sixth for D, so it's good. And I will go up and I will get to an octave, so this is nice. One goes down and the other goes up, so it will sound like this. Very nice. So also I could start from the unison and go up. Same thing. Sounds very well. Here it's a unison, here it's a third, so everything is fine. Of course, it could be an octave that goes to a tenth. A tenth, it's a third, same thing here. Anyway, I can also, they don't always have to be so independent, so I could also write a third that goes down to another third, no problem. way, I should avoid too many consecutive thirds. Same thing with the sixth. I could write to sixth, but I should avoid more than 3. Like, then I should change. That's fine anyway. So also it could be a third that goes to here. It's a third. You see, between this D F that goes to a fifth C G. What I cannot do instead, since the perfect consonances, the octave and the fifth, they sound so much, since they are the first harmonics, they sound so much like the bass sound. So if I put a fifth here, for example, I cannot go down and make a parallel fifth, because it was considered like you lose independence. There are two similar sounds, the fifth. So I cannot have 2 fifths in a row like this. It was considered like it would lose independence, like it's the same sound. So I won't do this. And also, I cannot do this to have 2 octaves in a row. Listen to this. It's not 2 independent voices anymore. It's just one voice doubled. So they didn't like that. So I won't have parallel fifth or parallel eighth. And not even a fifth followed by an eighth, or like this, for example. This is a fifth, D, A, and an octave, C, C. I won't have this. Well, the ancient musicians, composers didn't like this. They wouldn't hear 2 different melodies. So this is what we won't use.